Good morning po sa inyong lahat na nanonood ngayon or good afternoon kung saan man kayo. Nandito po tayo sa ICC Detention Facility. Nag-iisa po tayo dito ngayon. Mga kababayan, it is very common that in any democratic society, everyone is entitled to their differing views, and I really strongly uphold differing views because I know that as a person, I don't have the capacity to monopolize whatever knowledge or moral code of conduct I have and impose it to other people. I think that's very archaic. It's backward thinking instead of being forward thinking. In today's age and time, particularly that we are already in the technology age, we must adapt to the ever-changing dynamics of the world views. Wala na pong isang tao na magkaroon ng kapangyarihan to literally monopolize how people should think. Oh, there's a question. Okay, let's ask the question. There's a question asked about the situation to The Hague. Good morning. May I ask if alam niyo po bang may utos sa otoridad ng The Hague na i-minimize ang mga gathering sa ICC sa harap? Gusto ko kasi mag-gather ng mga from Denmark, nasabihan kami na wag tumambay sa ICC, pero di ko makita ang restrictions ng otoridad. Actually, that's not true. It's not true that there is a directive or whatnot or any form related to minimizing the gatherings sa harap ng ICC. Are you referring to sa harap ng ICC detention facility or whatnot? Or are you referring to the ICC visiting place doon mismo sa court? Because doon talaga it is an open field. It is for the public talaga. As long as you don't obstruct the flow of traffic or cause any unnecessary hazard, any unnecessary problems to the people or workers in the area, it is definitely fine. Salamat sa update. Padayon lang. Yes, of course, I will make padayon. Even if you're going to judge me, if you're going to ridicule me, even if you're going to make fabricate information about me, you can do anything towards about me. You're going to threat me. You're going to put vile threats against me. You're going to everything. But you can take away everything from me, but not me being a Filipino. Wow. Informed and principled. Tinuod.
Wala mang problema viewers. Pero na-viral lang.
Kung may comment naman ng statement ko, ano bang
Oh, kanakabasara ko. Oh. So, ibig sabihin, the question sa statement ni, I don't even want to tell.
Ano lang, President.
The statement, guys, there's a statement na nirelease ang ating presidente about sa nangyari kay Governor Gwen Garcia. Ang sabi niya na bawal daw ito. I have been made aware that the preventive suspension issued against Governor Gwendolyn Garcia of Cebu. Let me be clear. In a time like this, so close to the elections, it is vital that we uphold the rule of law and observe the due process. Any action that affects the mandate of a duly elected official must go through the proper channels and in accordance with the Constitution and the Omnibus Election Code. Governor Garcia has served Cebu with strength and consistency until all legal questions surrounding the suspensions are resolved. She deserves to be treated fairly and with the respect owed to her office. Let us not allow politics to get in the way of public service. We must always be guided by law and by prudence, and by what is best for the Filipino people. Isa na question. Is the office of the Ombudsman not an independent institutional body? Is the election code far superior than judgment of the Ombudsman relating or resorting to the suspension of Governor Garcia? Are you favoring one institution over the other just to make sure or to save face of a candidate of the upcoming election? is the result of her declaring that she's not going to step down, withstanding the decision of a preventive suspension, outweighs the law? Is she above the law? Even if she's already governed with strength and consistency, is anybody above the law? Mr. President, are you above the law? Oh, that's my question. Question lang na siya. That any sane person would really think about it.
Ginawa nila kay Mayor Cebu.
Oh, yan. Si Mayor Rama of Cebu, when he was asked, suspended yapon siya, no?
Suspended siya.
When he was suspended, he stooped down. O tanawa ka ron, your cousin.
Wala pa ito process, ha?
Oh, wapag-itoy ka ng finality, wapag-i-process whatever, you already asked him to stoop down. Oh, and then you even refer to that, my most handsome niece or whatever. He stooped down. Oh. You cannot, the Filipino people are aware, discerning Filipino people, informed na ang mga Pinoy ngayon. Ginoo ko.
So, ginawa nila kay tatay, may proseso ba yun?
Oh, si tatay. Na may proseso to ilang gikuan. How can you invoke process or due process or respecting an individual's right or whatsoever in the upcoming election? It just so happened na ang decision was formally rendered.
Ang administrasyon ngayon, ang sasabi nila, sumunod tayo sa batas, pero sila ang unang hindi sumunod sa batas.
Correct.
Yun ang madaling sabi.
Sabi nga, yan yung rice na yan, sabi nila. Ang promise ni President, campaign promise is this, that he's going to lower down the market price of rice to 20 pesos. But the 20 peso rice right now is subsidized by the government. That means that the market is still high, pero kanina siya specific, I don't know, because of election,
Yan, sabi ni Kung Pulong, legit,
vote buying.
vote buying.
Kaya kasabi din ni Attorney Roque na nakinig ako sa kanya, totoo, sakto.
Kasi, at saka sa Cebu lang nila ginawa, kasi mahina sila sa Cebu.
Oh, yan ang problema. Kasi solid yung Cebu eh. Actually, Anton, sa ginawa nila, nag-release pa siya ng statement na si Vice President nagiharas-haras, nagmaayo, giunsa-unsa na nagibaboy na dito sa Congress. Wagi statement ni sa gamay. So, ibig sabihin, he is not treating the very person who made him president, actually, by the way, as ally. Karon, kay kinahanglan man niyang Cebu, so necessary siya na mag-release og statement. Oh, mo na problema diha.
Kunwari lang yan na...
Do you think the people of Cebu will be swayed by such statement? We ginoo ko, they are intelligent voters. Informed people na diha. Ginoo ko. You cannot just tell people, huy, hatakan takag 20 kilos, 20 pesos na bugas. Their mind will change just like that. Yung ginoo ko. They have gone so much para
Sa bugas nga, ibalik yan sa Cebu.
ay awa po ko kabalo ingon la kay ano lagi color po no pupunta ka walo kay yung na ba to si Auntie Claire na yan sabihin niyo yan kasi baka gawin na naman yan gamitin na naman yan nila kasi yung color baka ibahin ganito ganyan kasi nagsabi daw si VP na ang kulay something ang kulay daw at saka yung 20 pesos na bugas bakit niyo binibigay lang bakit hindi niyo kainin muna ipakita niyo na kinakain niyo. So, maglista mo sa kuan, bulad sa bugas na 20 kilos, na buing naman siguro mo. You know, I think, if I am a person from Cebu, which unfortunately I'm not, but I really love Cebu, I would feel insulted by the 20 peso rice. Kunya pag-anan ako, mauna lang ba na ang ako, Actually, it should not be even 20 pesos, dapat gihatag na lang na nimo, bakit nimo pang pabayad ng 20 pesos? For the sake of what? Oh. May benta pa, dapat libre na oil then pay all the farmers. Correct. That's correct. I would be very insulted. Ngayon lang kayo magbenta ng tag 20? Kasi do you think the Filipino people are not knowledgeable or smart enough? Uy, ginoo ko. And then just for the sake of 20 peso rice na uy, ginoo ko. Sakto itong explanation ni tama talaga yung sinabi ni Attorney Roque. Campaign promise was to bring the market price of rice to 20 pesos. But what you are doing right now is you're subsidizing the rest of the amount, making it appear that it's 20 pesos ang rice. But it's not the market that you have brought down. you are subsidizing the rest. Sabi ni Attorney Roque, yun yung, makinig kayo dun sa explanation ni Attorney Roque. And also, why do you only limit the 20 peso rice to Visayas? Because Visayas has the biggest vote. Ganon siguro yun. Actually, I'm very careful, you know, with my statements. All of my statements, I'm very careful about that. Kaya wala talaga silang masabi sa akin because I'm so conscious with the things I say. I always refer to, like, let's say for example, when I said that yung 20 peso rice, I referred to that to Attorney Roque's post, which I find logical. Sabi ni Attorney Roque, I referred to that. So, ano pa ba yung mga statement ko? Wala akong mga statement na mga ginagawa. Something, yung statement na that's my informed opinion. Bakit kayo na, and those were questions. And I am entitled to my opinion. I am not exerting allegations or expounding on allegations. Hello! Kumain ka! Ginawa nilang 20 pesos rice, but paano naman yung mga farmers? Yan. How are you going to compensate the farmers? And also, the worst case scenario, what if walang bibili ng 20 peso rice? So, masira talaga yung rice. Bito, actually, for people of Cebu, you should really ask question, why is it that di na naman sa Cebu or sa Visayas gina-offer? Baka makano pa kami Sir Robin, kasi sabi niya, ako na lang dyan. Sabi ko, magagawan pa kami. Kasi nagsausap kami yan, sabi ko, ako na lang dyan, sir. Kasi, ang bata ko pa, si tatay, 80 years old na ba yan? Swerte kayo sa tatay kasi 80 years old. Ano pa siya, lumalaban pa. Yung iba nga, 6 feet below the ground na.
Pero yun din
Pero sa ibang mga post,
di ba according sa history, sir?
pwede mag-happen.
Ayaw ko kung verified na ba yun.
Live
Diba,
na.
wala namang 80 years old na kinulong dito sa Netherlands.
Sabi niya ni Attorney Roque, na dapat i-refer niya doon sa Dutch laws na pag 80 years old ka na, parang bibigyan ka ng special something.
Special.
Papuntahin natin ang mga reporter dito na international para magsulat sila about sa nangyari sa Pilipino dito. Tagal ni Attorney, bakit kaya?